All right. So, welcome to episode 3. It is episode 3, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
think so.
Oh,
I was gonna
all
say,
right.
is it actually episode 3?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. We're not that awesome. Welcome to episode 3 of the Official Casual Gamer. Woot. My name's Tyler, and I'm joined by my two faithful companions. Go.
Jacob.
I'm Dalton.
Woo. Contrary to popular belief, they do have last names. But that is a mystery to be revealed for another date. Awesome. So, this is where we talk about gaming and stuff.
And stuff? Wow.
Yeah, and stuff, man.
Yeah, we're pretty exciting.
Exactly. I felt like I had something in the category of stuff, and I can't remember. But I know Dalton has something in the category of stuff. Dalton did something this last weekend.
Comic-Con.
Woo! Which Comic-Con?
Who wasn't expecting
Seattle.
that? No.
Seattle Comic-Con. I don't know.
Dalton.
Emerald City Comic-Con.
Yeah, exactly. Emerald City Comic-Con. Forget all the rest, because the Emerald City is better. Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, it's because it's where we live. Yeah, that's why it's better.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't
Northwest
live
represent.
there, so I don't have a horse in this race.
Well,
Well,
technically,
you did.
you did. Exactly. Technically, Dalton and I don't live in Seattle either.
Yeah.
We live on Vashon.
Shout out to Vashon.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
But no, yeah, Comic-Con was great. It was my first time ever going to a con of any sort. Well, besides BrickCon, which is Legos for those of who's wondering.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
cool.
Throwback to my childhood. But yeah, I just wish I had more money with me because there were some really, really cool things. And saw the actor who played Hawkeye.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that
say. I
guy.
was literally gonna call out like Jacob, local movie buff.
Oh, and super cool thing. I can't remember what other animes he was in, but have you guys seen Seven Deadly Sins?
I've seen a few episodes, yeah.
I met Meliodas.
Dude. Nice.
Yeah, he's also in Sword Art Online. And,
Oh wow.
Attack on Titans, maybe? I don't know, probably not. Some guy named Aaron. That's all I remember.
Well, I think all three of those anime are A1 Studios.
Yeah,
be wrong.
yeah. He was.
Yeah, so that would make sense.
Yeah, that was cool.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, Tyler, if you ever watch the show, just think of Zach being Meliodas and me being Bond. That's all I'm going to say about that. And for the viewers who have seen the show, that is literally me and my friend's relationship. Is the relationship.
That's awesome. Oh, Zachary. So, what was the best thing about Comic-Con?
Honestly, seeing all the cosplayers, like,
Yeah.
it felt so underdressed.
That'd be cool.
And they had these really cool robotic like droids like R2D2 and a bunch of stuff just around on the floor, and I'm like, well, these are neat. I want one.
Epic debate. Where do you guys land? Cosplay or cosplay?
Cosplay.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Cosplay.
Yeah.
I've always called it cosplay, I think.
Really, I've literally never heard it called cosplay before.
Really?
Never.
What? You guys are ridiculous. Whatever.
False.
False. This is a lie. You tell lies.
Tyler, you're
Nice.
not allowed to call it cosplay anymore.
Yeah, you've been overruled.
This is a mandate.
Crap. I've got to like change my letterhead now.
Dude, I still call manga manga. Like, still. I still do it. I catch myself and I'm like, dang it, stop it.
Seriously,
I thought
that
it was
magic.
manga.
no, that is not okay. The whole cosplay thing, you can stand if you want on that. It is not manga. You do not. No. Gosh, dang it. No.
I thought it was manga for years.
Yeah, because we're three little white boys from America. But you've been educated better now. Don't do that.
Hey, I never like grew up. I've never read any of it or anything. I'm not in the whole like. That's not my like forte of area.
All right.
I'll do
Well,
it occasionally.
you know it. You know better. You know better now. So you better learn.
I won't.
Whatever. Yeah, no, dude. Comic-Con is crazy because I did not realize how big it has gotten. Like everyone hears about San Diego Comic-Con, and San Diego Comic-Con is like huge. It's ridiculous.
Not as bad as Emerald City. Shout out to Emerald City Comic Con.
In all legitimacy, even though I think the Emerald City is better because I don't like California, just because I'm not into like sunshine all the time where everything's yellow and bright. Just not me.
And dead and gross.
Exactly. Thank you. No, I actually am pretty sure the San Diego Comic Con. I'm pretty sure is actually bigger. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, it's insane. But what's awesome is I love the fact that the Emerald City Comic Con is like friggin' huge now. It's like not small. It's not small anymore. And I actually went to it when it was small enough, dude, to like fit. I mean, it was basically almost in the size of like a gym.
Wow.
It was tiny.
There was like 4 floors and like
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
ridiculous.
dude. Like I didn't realize it even gotten that big, and my brother was like, "Yeah, dude, it's freaking huge now." And just started going off about all the details, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, pretty awesome. That's so cool that you went.
Yeah, I
My
felt
brother was
so
one of
lucky.
those days. All right, well, games. What have you been playing, Dalton?
Battlefield 1. I feel a little late to get on that train,
Nice.
but kind of funny trains. There's trains in the game.
Hi,
Shout out to
What
trains again. I feel like we've done a couple shout out to trains.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like in our last one there was a shout out to trains. So shout out to trains again.
Yeah. Yes, because a train went by Jacob's place.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I had nothing to
Anyway,
do with it. It was just, it was here.
Yeah.
I don't
The wild trains.
I don't own the train.
Anyway, I am absolutely in love with that game.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful, and I used to have a problem with Battlefield game mechanics because I didn't like them, but they run so smoothly. It's like I see the arrows in my way.
Yeah. Mechanics is in the class.
Yeah, like how the guns operate. I used to just watch my brother play it when he was the only one with an Xbox, and he wouldn't let me touch his things. He still does. Shout out to my brother. And yeah, they would like they're because it's semi-accurate, I believe. I may be wrong on that.
Very
Like-
semi.
Emphasis on the
There's like red dot sights and stuff like that. So
But like
Different
You don't
kinds
know
of
if they
guns,
didn't have that.
with like bullet drops.
no, they didn't. And there are other types of guns in the game that weren't actually in use ever officially during the period that it takes place.
Officially.
But it's for the sake of gun variety. Officially. Oh yeah, okay. But it's for the sake of gun variety, and like mechanics that people are used to and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And in all out honesty, all cards on the table here. I cried during the story.
No.
Yeah, when during the I'm not gonna do any spoilers.
Oh,
'Cause I don't know if you guys are gonna play it or anything, but the Italy mission brought me tears
yeah.
because I have a brother.
There you go. Hint. Big hint. Well, the nice thing about it is all we got to do is just go read history and we know exactly how the game goes down.
Basically,
Or play the game
which
and
is
you know
better.
exactly how history went down because that's how video games work.
Only if you're
Actually-
playing Age of Empires.
or
Nah.
Assassin's Creed.
Or
Everyone you assassinate, they died in the area where they were killed, and the right timeline. That is just
interesting.
what I read, which
The
could
right
be false.
timeline.
Like it's like the same day and all that and stuff. Except
Fascinating.
he wasn't stabbed by a hidden blade.
You don't know that.
You're
Were
right.
you there?
Tyler's got you there.
Boom. Cool. Nice. Right on, man. Anything else? Just Comic-Con and Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah, well I mean I started playing Don't Starve Together.
Oh, yeah. Well, how was that?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean it's not like I'm gonna get up in the morning and be like, oh yeah, time to play this game.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel about it too.
I just don't really understand the game. I got it because some friends wanted me to play, so played
Nice.
with them. But found a statue and I carried that around and they yelled at me. So
random.
yeah,
So
I brought it all the way back to base.
what's the basic premise of that game? Like, clue me in.
Jacob, you probably know better because I really have no idea.
It's like a top-down isometric Minecraft, but without the gathering of materials through like breaking down blocks. It's just a survival game.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I would have just said you try not to die, so he made it a lot better.
Yeah, I was gonna say if your explanation is you try not to starve together, like I will virtually slap you somehow. Like,
well, it just means it's a great title, right?
exactly, perfectly
I mean, that's-
accurate.
Essentially, that's what you're trying to do.
Duh. Oh man, yeah, I've been kind of curious about that game. I definitely want. Now you have it on the PC or console?
PC.
Gotcha.
Is it only on? Is it actually on
It's on
console?
PS4, at least. It's
It is?
Oh well, no one cares about PS4.
Ooh.
Used to be a PC PS4 exclusive, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I've heard about it on Xbox One. I haven't seen it. I haven't actively looked on the marketplace, but I haven't seen it. So, yeah, definitely been kind of curious about it because now I think there's a second one. There's a second one that's out or coming out.
Don't Starve Together.
Really?
2. Or just,
Yeah.
I mean, there's Don't Starve and then there's Don't
multiple
Starve
expansions.
Together.
I don't know if, but I get it kind of mixed up because I'm pretty sure there's at least one expansion, and then there's Don't Starve Shipwrecked, but I don't know if that's also an expansion. And then there's Don't Starve Together. I don't know which ones are sequels and which one. I think Don't Starve
Contact
Together
us and let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Seriously,
yes.
People can hit us up when this is
I mean,
actually like.
I
Are
go
you able to
Facebook.
listen
Shout
to
out to Facebook, by the way.
Shout out to Facebook.
Don't give them more praise. Don't praise the overlords. Yeah, I think Don't Starve Together 2, and I believe they're all like Sly and spell it with a TOO as in as well. As opposed to the number 2.
No, I think
that's a sequel.
I mean,
I know, right?
I think I was
I
subtle.
didn't. Honestly, didn't at all. Didn't even notice.
It's like, I didn't catch on to that. I'm just trusting the English language. Sorry. Awesome. Well, Jacob, you want to do a virtual coin toss? Or do you just want to go for it?
That just made me think of like, you ever play like, well, hold on just a second. So like, the Pokemon trading card game, you ever play that on Game Boy Color? So in that coin toss, you could totally time it so that every single coin toss was a heads. And you could just, if you just picked a character that was just like, if you kept getting heads, you could just keep dealing damage, just like a really low level character that did that kind of thing. You could get heads every time. That's the way we think of. And I was like, virtual coin toss, heck yeah, let's do it.
I know who I'm picking.
You can, yeah, you go ahead.
Nice. I was thinking have you go last, anyways, because you got better stuff to talk about, or at least greater quantity. Whatever. Shut up. Okay, so big thing that I'm going to do with this podcast that I have not heard other podcasts do.
Giveaways.
Sometimes I would. Sony to do that,
Unboxings.
but that requires planning.
Challenge videos.
No, so we are recording.
Sponsors by Audible.
I would love that. Oh my
Me
god.
too. Shout out to Audible. We love you. I use you. Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Audible, if you hear this and you like us, contact us at
Shout
the
out to
official
Audible.
casual
Yeah,
the
shout out to
official
Audible.
casual gamer at gmail.com. We'd love to talk. I think we could help each other. Anyways. No, so seriously, dude, how many of you guys have listened to podcasts and you're listening to it, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. The events that they're talking about, this seems out of place with time. Because podcasts get recorded. We are recording this podcast on March 20th. It's not going to go up on March 20th because we're three dudes who don't do this for a living. And so we're doing it on our own time. So this is going to go up later. And we're going to talk about the Switch, the Nintendo Switch in a second. By the time this is recorded, the Nintendo Switch has been out for like a week, if not 2. And by the time you listen to this, it could very well have been out by like 3 to 5. Just saying. So like, just throwing it out there. Like I said, I was listening to
all you
podcasts.
people in the future.
Exactly. This is a desperate message.
Are there robots?
Don't turn left. Anyways, is that a Doctor Who reference? Donna was supposed to turn left or right, and she didn't.
Are you asking me? Because
didn't you watch Doctor Who?
I watched enough to know that I didn't like it. That's how much.
Oh gosh, dang it, Jacob. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Donna Noble, fan favorite, not necessarily mine. Okay. So yeah. Big deal for me and lots of people who pre-ordered it. I freaking got my Nintendo Switch. Booyah.
Made the Switch.
I am actually okay with that thing, man. There are basically 4 games for it right now. 100%. Nintendo needs to step up their game in that area, but as the other 2 episodes I think have shown, I'm pretty much a Nintendo diehard, and I think I'm sticking to my guns of what I said. If they pull their act together, I think the Switch is going to be good. Interesting fact. Okay, first of all, good, gorgeous piece of hardware.
Mm-hmm. That's what everyone says. Like, it feels really good in your hands, and like
it's actually like it's downstairs. Like, I don't know why the crap I didn't bring it up with me. It's portable, for God's sakes. Like, why did I not bring it? It's smaller than this book. Like, why did I not bring it up? Anyways, retarded moment. Sorry for that. That was rude. Yeah. No, it feels really slick. It doesn't feel wobbly or nasty or anything like that. It doesn't feel like a kid toy. I actually liked the Wii U gamepad, and the Wii U gamepad feels like a freaking leapfrog compared to the Nintendo Switch.
I love that. I love your little thing you did.
What?
I'm spacing on the name. What's it called?
What?
Comparison,
What?
Metaphor? Example?
Metaphor. That's the word I'm looking for.
I got you. Yeah, the gamepad, Wii U gamepad is literally, if the gamepad was like this big, the Switch is exponentially smaller.
Oh, wow.
Exponentially.
Yeah. Dude, if you look at it,
I don't know if you're...
You trust me, man. Freaking you. If you see them side by side, like...
No, I believe it's smaller. I just don't, like...
Hey, people use Epic all the time, dude, and nothing.
Right.
There's hardly anything out there that's Epic, so I can use the word exponentially.
Exponential? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna start dropping that bomb. It's gonna catch on. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be exponential.
I feel like there has to be more than 3 things for it to be exponential.
There has to be more than 3 things for it to be exponential.
Because it has to progress more than it did in the past.
The screen is the exact same size as the gamepad. It's slimmer, and it actually feels like a more stable piece of hardware. Boom!
And it's portable.
No, I believe you that it is.
Super portable.
3 things. I nailed it. 3 things.
No, I mean like you have the gamepad.
No, okay. Jacob.
No, we have to do this now. We have to. Okay. So the Switch.
Yeah, hit me.
So the Switch is, if it's exponentially smaller, than the gamepad as like in relation to what?
A
Exactly.
TV.
To the gamepad.
Okay.
Anyways, this is
It doesn't matter.
this is where Tyler's way of logic hurts Jacob's brain, and we're gonna move on. Because Tyler's way of logic is not actually logic. And I'm gonna stop referring to myself in the third person. No, I love it. I would actually say that I love it. I actually like the machine a lot.
Wouldn't you say Tyler loves it?
Shut your face. Seriously, I got it pre-ordered. We're getting home here. We're sitting in the ferry line, and I was just like, "Hey, this thing's freaking portable." Just reach back and grab the box and just started opening it up, like right there in the driver's seat. And Leanne was just like, "What are you doing? You can't do that." And I'm like, "Psh, watch me." And just turned it on and started just playing. Just check. I went through all the settings, got everything all set up. I couldn't do home internet settings because I had to be home to do that. I did not want to play Breath of the Wild on the small screen at first. I wanted my first viewing of that to be on the TV.
Mhm.
I bought 1-2 Switch. Not like I was all like, yeah, 1-2 Switch. But honestly, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know I'm a gamer, and I know that this console purchase was pretty much all about me. But I just felt like a little bit of a D-bag. Like, I'm gonna buy 2 completely new games, and anybody who comes over to check out this new console of mine, you can just sit there and watch me play. Yeah, exactly. So I bought 1-2 Switch, and Leanne and I actually in the car, we did the cowboy gun thing where you shoot at each other. She was super stoked when she beat me on the second round. And then one of them is like a Zen thing, so you have to hold the Joy-Con and just hold perfectly still. I won. Yeah, not happy that I went to go check out the eShop and they were like, "Yeah, sign in with your Nintendo account," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Punch in my info, and they're like, "Nah, we don't know what that is." So now I gotta like hunt through whatever email or however and figure out what the crap my Nintendo account profile or whatever is, because I was pretty sure I had that setting up my DS and all that stuff, but whatever. Breath of the Wild, awesome game. So freaking awesome. I love that game. I am a Zelda fanatic. I am a Zelda fan. I am a Zelda lover. But that game is still awesome. That game is so much fun, dude. You start out, you're just basically, bam, you wake up and you're like, "Oh, I'm in, my boxer briefs. Like, sweet, I'm Link." You get a pair of pants and a shirt and a stick. And the game's like, "Okay, go."
Sounds like my daily life.
I've watched all the gameplay for that over and over and over again before I'd ever even played it. I'd watched
Yeah, it's so good, dude. And I have to say though, I'm not happy with the breakable weapons. That is annoying as all get out.
Dude, seriously.
It's not cool. Like I'm fine and I will continue to play the game, but if there is if Nintendo, if Miyamoto showed up and was like, "I will grant you one wish to change to Breath of the Wild," I'd be like, freaking give me a sword that lasts. Like, holy crap. Yeah.
And if I can comment on that actually, when I started playing and I opened a chest that had a Guardian sword in it pretty early on, I was immediately disappointed, because I was like, I'm going to try not to use this because I have only so many weapons, and that's the problem, is you get these really cool weapons, but you're not incentivized to use them. In fact, you're almost incentivized to avoid combat altogether because there's no leveling system. And I understand what they were trying to do with that. Mechanically, it makes sense because they're trying to make a game where you're in the wild and you have to survive and you have to gather the materials that you need. And one of those things is weapons. But it's just really inconvenient, especially when you're on the Wii U and there's no way to quickly cycle between outfits. And
really, there's no quick cycle?
No, because they wanted it to be exactly like the Switch version. So they actually took out features that were originally planned to be in. And
the Switch version, I don't know about the Switch version. You can on the fly switch out swords and shields.
No, I mean, you have to pull up a menu. So what I mean by that is,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to. Whereas with playing Wind Waker HD, you could just tap a button and you would just
Yes.
switch to whatever.
Yes,
So
I know exactly what
that's
you mean. Yeah.
disappointing to me. They've done this before to an extent. They did this with like Sticker Star and Color Splash, where combat, because the leveling system isn't there, combat is not incentivized because you're like, I got all these stickers, like I want to save them. And I felt that the same way with the weapons. So mechanically, I understand why it works, but I don't like it, and I hope that they change it. So
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I also was not very happy with the fact that, I mean, you're just getting trash weapon after trash weapon. You've only got so many slots to hold each weapon. You got to freaking there's no indicator like that. It's just like you're beating on somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, your weapon's about to break. And I'm like, oh freaking crap. Okay, awesome. And then I don't know how many hits it's going to take before it breaks. Also, yeah, I haven't done like tons of exploring over every little second of the map, but I'd really like to have. I've made it to the Hotend village. Not Hokkaido. You go to Kakariko Village, you get out of the Great Plateau, you go to Kakariko Village, and you go to a village with the letter H.
Who's there?
I'm still wearing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
I do. I live there.
I have a pair, and I no longer have the shirt and pants that you get from the very start of the game. I only have like one other pair of shirt and pants that you find within the first couple hours of the game. I'm running up on a pair of freaking bokoblins, and this one blue one, or purple, or whatever the heck he is, he can one-shot me. And it's like, dude, can I get some better gear here? Freaking crying out loud. Like,
okay, that part I don't mind as much because it reminds me so much of the original game. Like the first time I played the original Zelda, and I like ran up to that area where the Master Sword is, and I just got like just blasted by that guy. Like I get that. It's like you're trying to survive and you're like, can I fight this thing? Oh wait, no, I can't. Like I get that, personally.
Yeah.
But I do understand the frustration of like not understanding like where it's gonna be super difficult and what's gonna one-shot me and whatever.
I just don't want to get the thing of what you're talking about. FYI, correction, that's actually the white sword, not the magical sword. It wasn't the and FYI, in the original Zelda, it was not the master sword. It was the magical sword. Little Zelda quiz trivia lore for you.
Really?
Yes.
That's not even okay. Dead
serious, dude. Original Zelda had such need of refinement in certain little pieces of lore. Yeah. So. Totally get why you get ganked by that guy, because you show up to fight like a blue centaur lion man who shoots swords at you.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you've gotten to those guys in Breath of the Wild. I
what?
Think they're Breath of the Wild.
Those guys are in that game.
Yeah, and they're called Lionels.
Oh my god!
Lion centaur things, and they will one shot you. Like where I was, and I had like 5 hearts, and I even had like more like the yellow hearts stacked on top.
Uh-huh.
So I had several hearts, and dude, like the first one I ran into, because you actually have to go up a hill to get a bunch of these electric arrows. He'll one shot you, and you can't even fight him. And if you're hiding behind a rock, which I was, like, and my brother's watching me play, he's like, you're fine behind there. He'll shoot straight upward with pinpoint ballistic missile accuracy. It'll just come around the side and just hit you, one shot you.
He'll Angelina Jolie bullet bend it at you.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
dude. So many people have said they've likened Breath of the Wild to the original Zelda because of how it just starts you out and it's like, here, go explore, go.
Aonuma did the same thing, because when they first revealed the game, you and where you walked up that hill. And you're like on the edge of that cliff, and Aonuma was like, yeah, you're looking to the west. The outline of the mountains in the background, it's like the cover, it's like the artwork for the original Zelda. And I recognized it immediately. And that was, to me, that's like a clue. I think that this is very much tied to those games. We're like
awesome
in that timeline. But there were definitely, and there's so many throwbacks too. And Lionel is just one of them.
That's so cool. I did not freaking know that. I love that. I love that so much, dude. So anyways, I'm in love with that game, but I have not been playing it because I kind of got devoted to finishing The Last of Us Remastered.
That makes sense.
Because I don't know if I won't say never. I'm not sure if I've had a game grab me the way that story did.
This is the game that made you cry, right?
Yes.
Made
And it will
everyone
make you cry. Yes.
Honestly, I don't doubt it at all.
Just watch a playthrough.
Yeah,
Because they'll show you the cinematics,
Yeah,
right? Won't they?
Yeah, it's the same basic. Like you can watch like 3-hour playthroughs where they take all the cinematics and all the important gameplay and they just kind of stick it together to get the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean,
or you
dude,
can just watch a let's play. It's not a long game. It's like maybe several hours, right? Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. If you know what you're doing, I'm sure you could get through that game anywhere like 3 to 5 hours. If you're retarded like me and don't know what the crap you're doing, then it'll take you like 3 months. It didn't actually take me 3 months. It took me 3 months because I have to go to work and do all kinds of other stuff. But no,
casual gamers.
Shout out to work.
No,
That's a
bad shout out.
I take it back. I hate work. I wish you'd go away. Anyways, yeah. No, I got hooked, man. I was like, I gotta freaking beat this game. I love this game. And then I saw the little reveal trailer for The Last of Us Part 2. And I was like, oh my God. Like I have to beat The Last of Us now. I have to know, why is Ellie so mad? Why is she so angry?
Even I don't know.
Why? What's happening? What's happening
the way
here?
You can kind of guess though from the way that it ends. The ending to The Last of Us it's the first time I'd finished a game and it really made me think, and I was trying to process it at work, and I'm talking to people like, what did you think about the ending? Like, would you have made the same decisions that were made and stuff like that? It's just like a really interesting story.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah, spoilers. They're minor spoilers, but I'm saying them so that way if you're listening to them and you don't want to hear them, skip ahead. I'll try and make it last about a minute or so. I'm going to look at my clock, see if I can actually pull that off. Okay.
You can just put an annotation in the video.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, wizard.
Witchcraft.
No, and Dalton, this doesn't ruin too much for you, and I'll actually make it I'll make it in a way so that it doesn't ruin the game. There's basically a scene in the game where stuff's gone down, Ellie's in trouble. That's pretty much the whole friggin' game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joel's been out of commission, is now back in the game, and he's going after her. And it's the one scene in, I think, any game I've ever played where, and I'm not talking about like pitiful little minions like the grunts from Halo, the bad guys start running from you.
Yeah.
Like Joel's pissed. He's just screaming at them, and they fire at you, but you basically pop a couple of them, take them down, and then they're like, "Get out, run!" They start running.
Wait, what are the bad people? Are they just people?
Yeah,
people that are after
you fight. There, depending on where you're in the game, I mean, I would say there's an equal amount. You fight an equal amount of what they call the infected, which are basically the zombie type creatures, and just horrible people.
Yeah.
The start of the game.
There's some good villains.
Oh my God, dude. The start of the game, the first hour of the game, you fight, I don't know, a handful of the infected? A handful at best.
Yeah.
Once you get Ellie and you're escorting her, you'll run into more infected because of just how the game progresses. Before you get Ellie, you're just flat out killing bad people. And it's not because you're a good doer. It's because they stole your guns.
Well, I mean, what makes them bad? What if they had a reason to steal the guns? Have you thought of that?
Okay, that's what makes the story so interesting.
Yeah.
There's like more than one side to it, and you can understand the decisions that some characters make, and you can understand the decisions of others, and you're primarily rooting for Joel. But it's like There are parts where like he'll like grab these dudes and he like ties them up. He like ties them up to a radiator or something and just starts. I think he like just takes a pipe and just like shoves it into a guy's leg. Like he does not care, and you're almost like rooting for him because you're just so caught up in like everything that's happening.
Yeah, you get a definite hint what transpires at the beginning of the game with Joel. And then that event happens, and then it jumps 20 years later. You get a lot of hints dropped that Joel's done some messed up crap. Joel has been on all sides of morality a lot.
Yeah, his brother. There's a part where he talks to his brother, and he's like, "I don't even want to talk to you anymore."
Yeah, it's just
you're a monster, and he doesn't say why basically. But Joel's like, "Hey, we did what we had to do to survive," and he's like, "No, like."
Yeah,
but it doesn't explain what happened. You just know that they used to kind of run together, and then like his brother was like, "I don't want to be around you anymore. Like I can't even look at you."
It gets really freaking intense, but dude, the ending. I was literally left with like that's
it's
it.
Like a punch in the gut, isn't it?
Yeah. Dude.
Oh yeah, totally. Yep. Yep.
Go your new homework, Dalton, is to go freaking watch a playthrough.
Done.
Just do it.
It's very immersive. Watching them play it. It's not like
it'll suck you in. It'll suck you in, dude. The cinematics alone are worth it. Yeah, so I had to do that, and then I went and watched the Last of Us Part 2 reveal trailer cinematic again, and was left with still no answers. And I even watched 2 breakdown videos about it. Still no answers. The only answer I have is that The Last of Us, the director of the game, basically stated that The Last of Us was about love. And you can very much see that. You can very much see that it's about this, even though as violent and messed up as it gets, it is about this one man's love and whatnot. And part 2 is supposed to be about hate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, crap. And Ellie, I love Ellie. Holy crap. One of the coolest characters ever. I don't think I've ever heard a 14-year-old drop so many F-bombs.
You've never been to public high school.
Seriously.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, you have. Well, I mean, like, nowadays.
Okay.
Like, it's really bad.
It was still just shocking that in the video game,
yeah,
the super hardened, like, tough, gruff, we need to do to survive guy has, like, a cleaner mouth than the 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Just saying, man. She drops F-bombs, like, left and right. And it's like, I get it, but, like, wow. Also, just saying, some people will probably be like, it's dumb. It would have been kind of nice to have an option to maybe like change like a language filter. I could deal with it, and I got it because of the situation the world was in. I totally get the context. But when you're sitting there with your wife and your 1.5-year-old daughter, and then your in-laws come in, and everybody's just there, and, one guy's like, yeah, that's right, I haven't seen you. Yeah, that's right, come out, bitch, I'll shoot you in the effing face. And it's like, okay, let's save. Yeah, it gets a little intense at a few points. I even turned it down at one point because it was bugging Leanne. And I'm like, here, just turn the volume down. And then I was like, yeah, I need to turn the volume back up because I've died like 3 times. Because I can't hear what's like coming around the corner. I'm just like totally like sneak. Somebody just starts stabbing me in the back. It was like crap. But anyways, Last of Us, Switch. What do you call it? Breath of the Wild. And
oh yeah, that one game we've been waiting several years for.
I know, right? Excuse me.
Bless you.
And I bought my wife a game that I haven't played yet, but Jacob has. Horizon Zero Dawn. Hit us, Jacob. What's it like?
Okay, so I didn't play it a ton. I rented it. I'll probably buy it later on. I do really like it. It's really pretty.
You're breaking it.
Am I still breaking up?
You're laggy. Don't touch the mic. Just don't touch the mic.
Don't touch the mic. Your internet was
I'm not-
breaking up.
Okay. That's perfectly possible. Here, 1 second.
Or
So,
maybe
like-
it's your internet.
Shut up, Dalton.
Okay. So it's it's really clean, and it's really like something that a kid could play. It's you can tell that they're setting it up like that. The story isn't very good. The voice acting isn't very good. It's like one of those things, but it feels like the kind of game a kid could play, just jump in and start playing. And the world does feel very alive. But I only played it for like 10 or so hours. So, but I did think it was pretty good.
Nice.
I've noticed a lot of people comparing it to Breath of the Wild.
I
and actually
just listened to a podcast that said that. Seriously.
And so, which is kind of weird, but anyway, because Horizon Zero Dawn is basically, it's more like Assassin's Creed, like
Okay.
that it's presented. It's like, here's a bunch of stuff to do, run around, and like there's a thing over here, or there's these many things over here. Breath of the Wild is not like that. Breath of the Wild is like the structure is completely different.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
Jim Sterling, I don't know if you know who he is. Like, he's a pretty big YouTuber. So he reviewed
Sounds
Horizon,
familiar.
and he gave it a 9. And then he reviewed Breath of the Wild and gave it a 7, which I think is pretty low.
Whoa, yeah.
We're lambasting him for it. I think that he, like, from my opinion, like, I would, from what I played, I'd say Horizon, like a 9 is a bit much. But I do think that the 10s that people have been just throwing at Breath of the Wild is not at all earned. And I actually because like, and that's what I want. I kind of wanted to mention this earlier, but
Shoot.
I guess I'll just like bring this up now. So like, I'm very happy with the game, and I can tell you are too. Very happy with it. But you just looking at it just objectively, if you were not someone who was a fan of Zelda and you were hopping into it, these are the problems that you would have almost immediately. The frame rate is horrendous. Absolutely. Really? Dude, really? Like,
well, you got to remember, what were you playing it on?
I was playing it on the Wii U, but when Pro Jared reviewed the Switch version, he said that, like, I mean, they function similarly, I would assume. So, like, when you're starting on the Great Plateau, at least Pro Jared said when he reviewed it, and he reviewed it on the Switch.
Yeah.
You start out on the Great Plateau, and the frame rate's really bad, but it gets better once you get off. And that was my experience as well.
Okay.
But anytime there's more than a few people around, like you go to a stable and there's several people running around, the frame rate dips massively. And I've never been playing it on the Wii U. I guess, like, really, I haven't played it on the Switch, so I don't know. But, like, I've never been playing it on the Wii U, and I felt like it was a solid 30 frames per second. Ever.
Really?
And it's patched and everything. Yeah. And so, and I think that's a huge problem, and I don't think that should be overlooked. And I've read a lot of reviews. Like, I read Kotaku. I think it was Kotaku's review of the game. And they said, and the guy that reviewed it, he was like, he named these problems, namely, and the frame rate in particular. And he's like, but I liked it so much, I don't care.
Yeah.
Out of 10. I think that's stupid. And the other thing that's really, like, problematic about it is the frame rate is a problem, but the graphics are as well, because there's, like, no textures. It's kind of like when, there's textures that are there, but it's, like, very basic, very straightforward stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know if you ever played, what is that game? It's the Ubisoft indie game that they did, and it's like Grow Home, right? Like Grow Home, or like
I have not heard of that.
Oh, okay. So it's like this game where you're a robot and you're like you're planting seeds to climb the plant to like reach your ship that you fell off of or whatever, something like that. So I've actually played it. For some reason I don't remember it completely, but there's no textures. And this allows you to have a really big area, and you can render it really, it's like, it's not going to slog down whatever machine you're playing it on. And Breath of the Wild is designed similarly. You have like this really bad pop in all the time, not a whole lot of textures. Like I would be walking, and all of a sudden just like a tree would just like appear right in front of me. I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I experienced a lot of that. And I don't think it's acceptable. I think that and that's the thing is as great as it is, and I think that this will not only I think it's mechanically it's the new definitive Zelda game. I do believe that.
Sure.
I think that but to say it's a 10 is kind of overreaching. I think that when it comes out again and they remaster it in a few years and it's 30 to 60 frames per second, better textures, actual 1080p resolution. By the way, also, playing this on a 1080p display, at least the Switch version is different because it upscales to 900p, I think, when you have it docked. Right.
Yeah.
So if you're playing it on the Wii U and it's 720 on a 1080p display, it looks terrible.
Really?
It looks really blurry, not very nice to look at.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
But when they fix that, when it's 1080p display, and there's a high frame rate and the textures are better and the physics are better, then I think it's going to be absolutely just a 10 out of 10, perfect game. But every time there would be a frame rate dip, there's parts where the frame rate stops completely. That just pulls me straight out of the experience, almost as much as weapons breaking does, So that's kind of how I feel about it. I think that it should not be getting 10 out of 10s, but that's just my opinion.
I completely agree that if you're going to review a game and you're actually going to point out a fault of it, you can express your opinion of saying, you know what, the frame rate did not bother me. I still love this game. But your review, if you're going to give it if you're just going to basically be reviewing it in the sense of giving your opinion, that's your opinion. That's what we're doing right now. If you're going to review it and give it an actual freaking score, as much as I'm a fan, as much as I love the game, I agree. If you're going to point out and recognize the fact that it has frame rate issues and all of that stuff, you can't give it a 10. That at least has to be a 9 point something.
Yeah. Yeah, because
something.
In the same sense that you would give something a low score, that should be accounted for somewhere in your review. If you're going to say bad things about it, then that should be accounted for in the
I agree.
That you award it. So it's very strange.
Totally agree. Funny, because that's just super interesting. I love the fact that we're talking about this because a couple of the podcasts I listen to, they're guys that are in the business and all that stuff, right? They're professionals. And they're talking oh yeah, I've heard frame rate issues. I saw that on the Switch, but I'm going to comment on that in a second. But people, from what I've been hearing, it sounds like people are saying oh yeah, it's basically the same. And
according to Nintendo, it's the same.
I call BS on that. I had frame rate issues where the game lagged on me, right? And I've seen I've definitely seen the pop up. I'm not gonna knock that at all. But dude, I've only had a handful. My experience sounds actually far better than what you experienced. It's that's really interesting to me. I think that the Switch actually plays, from what you're saying and from what I've experienced, I have to say that the Switch plays it better. Because I have not had the amount of issues.
Disagree. I think the Xbox One plays it the best.
You know what? You shut your face.
The PS4 would play it better than the Xbox One, so
that's a lie.
Nintendo's games, by the will of God, will never grace either of those money-grubbing consoles. So shut your faces.
We'll see about that. I'll watch it grace it.
No,
is it money grubbing?
I know, right? Exactly, dude. With the freaking Joy-Cons, $90. Oh, I'll just buy the Pro Controller. Oh, $70. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just buy the charging grip. Oh, that's $30, $40, dude. Seriously. So if you guys want to give me something for my birthday, you can give me I'll chip in on one Joy-Con. I know that is my biggest disappointment with the Switch. Honest to God, it's just I cannot believe the freaking cost of the accessories. It is retarded. It is so stupid. And no, something one of the guys were saying, I think it was on Giant Beastcast or something like that. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that's in Breath of the Wild that makes it a great game is not groundbreaking new. It's concepts that they looked around and were like, hey, other games do this stuff. And they took that stuff and made it Nintendo Zelda. Again, I'm not saying in a new way.
Not at all.
But their own.
Some of it's almost very old, and that's part of what gives it that appeal.
Exactly. but yeah, they've definitely. I don't think your assessment of the game's off at all. I just think it's interesting. Like either you need to freaking get over here, or we need to come visit you, and you
Yeah.
can play it on the Switch.
Hopefully I'm gonna go over there on April
Woo!
10th-ish.
On April?
I was gonna
The
say, dude,
entire April?
in ish April.
I'm gonna come over in
time.
April or the April. Okay, yeah, dude, please let me know because I'm gone the 21st to the 26th. So don't come
Okay.
over that weekend. Yeah, anyway, so what else? So and you know what's hilarious? I think it's hilarious that you brought in the whole comparison between Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild. And one of the guys I was listening to was like, "Yeah, because they came out at the same time, and they're both characters that use bow and arrows." And he was kind of like making fun of people for the over heavy comparison that's been happening. He's
Absolutely.
like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
he's like, "Okay, yeah, they both use bow and arrows, but they're not that similar of a game."
A couple other things that I don't like about Breath of the Wild, actually, just throwing this out there. So the voice acting in some parts is actually really bad. Also, that was something I forgot to bring up. The voice act. There were parts where it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know if you got to the Rito yet, but the Rito character that shows up and starts talking to you, that cutscene's actually pretty cool. But almost every other cutscene I've watched was really weird. I don't know. Maybe I have to get your opinion on this, but like Mipha is just weird, and she sounds so similar to Zelda that it's pretty awkward.
Who's Mipha?
Okay, so you're probably not that far. So she's
No,
Zora.
I just got to that
She's
second
like
village.
Zora. She's like a Zora. She's the Zora champion.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I will let you know when I get there.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to kind of talk about that because there are parts of the voice acting I liked, and then there are parts of the voice acting because this is the first time these races are actually speaking, and so like there's like a part where like this in one of the memories like this Gerudo chick is talking, and it's just like at least in that instance, it's not at all what I imagined a Gerudo sounding like, and I was just like like because they've been playing the games for so long. But
exactly. And what are you talking about? This is not the first time they've oh, dude, you telling me
What was that?
Jacob knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's literally been the voice.
It's almost like yeah.
For any Zelda fans, they clued in exactly what was going on between Jacob and I right there. Dalton, Zelda has not had voice acting up until this game, Breath of the Wild. All they've had.
Link doesn't talk, and it's awkward. It's almost more awkward that he's not talking because like everyone else is talking, and he just kind of nods quietly.
Yeah. But Breath of the Wild only has voice acting during like cinematic cutscenes, and then other times it's still just the text talking. But something Zelda's done since Ocarina of Time is because they didn't really have the technology necessarily for tons of voice acting, I think. They basically got away with it. So you'd walk up to character.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, because Princess Peach talks in Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
But that was like, what, a 20-second scene at the beginning of the game?
I think what Nintendo did, though, for the voice acting for this game is they just kind of like went outside and just grabbed someone and was like, do you want to be in a game? Like, you can voice this character. Like, it's just like, that's almost like I felt like they're
keeping it real.
Keeping it real. No, dude, that's like what they do for anime dubs in a lot of places. They're just like, do you live in this general region? You could dub anime. Like, it's kind of like
that makes so much sense. Oh my god,
it's literally true.
You literally shine a huge light upon a very dark area of my life. I feel like I've had a revelation come down upon me. But anyways, dude, we still haven't explained it, Dalton. So Dalton, you go up to a character and you go to engage them, and like a text box will appear, but they either engage you with no sound, or some of them make sounds, and like that's what they do. They're like, ugh. Like, at best you get a word.
You're like, hi.
That is a spot-on impersonation of Link's little sister in Wind Waker. Like, holy crap.
Congratulations, Jacob. You sound like a little girl.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So anyways, yeah. What else you got, bro?
So, I did actually want to mention this. So I finished Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Nice.
Have you played this one?
I've watched it be played by my wife, my lady.
No, your lady.
My lady, to quote Olin Rogers.
Yeah. So I really liked. It was one of those games where I really like the 20. I think it's the 2013 Tomb Raider. Can't remember.
Sure.
It's the last one they did.
The Tomb Raider
enjoy that
reboot.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one it starts out like a 10 to me. I was like, holy crap, this is my new favorite game. Like, this is the best game ever made. And then, like, by the end, I was like 7.5. And the reason the mechanics, they improve upon the first game in almost every way. They do so many things right. But ultimately, what it comes down to is that's a good look for you, by the way.
Thank you.
Ultimately, what it comes down to is the story is so generic and so by the book, you know? And the first game was so raw and so interesting, and it was like thematically connected, and it was about the journey of the character, and you could watch them grow and change. And Rise of the Tomb Raider is like after all that stuff happened, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, Lara Croft had a father, and he was like a disgraced archaeologist, and he committed suicide, and now she's trying to prove his thing right. Oh, and there's this like international called the what are they called? The Trinity. And so they're looking for the thing that she's looking for, and it's like, oh, and at the end the villain is like and so like instead of fighting those ragged group of people that all they wanted was to get off the island, they're like, yeah, we'll grab women and tie them up and burn them alive, whatever it takes. Like, we want to get off this island, you know, like, sorry. Like, you were kind of dealing with that kind of stuff in the first game, but in the second game, it's all armored people.
Yep.
With guns and laser sights coming after you because they work for this organization. And it's less interesting. The villain isn't very interesting. There's a plot twist like a quarter in that isn't actually a plot twist. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything. It actually takes away from the story a little bit. And the ending is super generic. It's just like a really generic Indiana Jonesy ending. And at the end, she's like, I got to stop Trinity. I got to keep, because now they're stronger now and they're trying to do stuff. And I'm just like, there's like zero character development. It's like, I did not care. There's characters that were introduced in the first game that die and you don't care. I didn't care that much. I was like, just not at all what the first game was to me. So it's like, and it wouldn't matter as much because the mechanics are so good, but it's the style of game that it is, you know. The first game was so fast paced. It's an Uncharted like adventure, and it was very character driven. And it started that way, trying to convince you that was the type of game it was, you know. Mm-hmm. And so that for that reason, it's a failure for that reason because it just didn't deliver on that. So
yeah, no, that sounds like it's just going the route of the original Tomb Raider games.
That's disappointing, I guess. I don't know. I haven't played any of them.
So. Well, exactly what you described is like, I've got all these like this organization that's trying to steal stuff, and I'm looking for stuff. I'm looking for something connected to my father. Organization is trying to find the same thing, and there's tons of minions, and they've got guns and armor and all of that stuff. And I mean, dude, you literally you just to me described the other Tomb Raider games, because Leanne has played the crap out of those games, and I've watched those games, and I'm like, okay, what the heck? Like, first of all, sorry, physics, gravity, all of that. Woman with that physical appearance would not be doing that many backflips, and
hey, you never know that.
I'm just saying,
Jolie did it.
That was fake. The flips and the physique. Anyways,
this is a video game, Dalton. This is real life.
This is real life. Also, dude, I'm sorry. I'm running around. This is why Tomb Raider, the reboot, did so well. I'm running around in a tank top and Daisy Dukes. I'm going to get cut up and beat up and scratched and dirty.
But in the game, she just got the living crap beat out of her.
Exactly. In the old Tomb Raider games, nope, pristine the whole time. Also, at some point, they basically just gave her a batarang. I don't even know what the hell it was. It was like a grappling hook. It was like a batarang. She could just do insane stuff. Also, my issue with the old Tomb Raider games, one of the games, you get Excalibur. No joke. You get Excalibur. Okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
The next game, you have... What's up, hun? Ah! Woo! What's up, Peanut? Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, you want to come say hi? Eleanor, come here. Come here. My daughter's busting on the podcast. So you get done with what do you call it? You get done with the one Tomb Raider where you get Excalibur, and kid you not, the next game you're looking for Thor's hammer. That's awesome, right? Yeah,
But
it would be super awesome if
how
I still
do you-
had Excalibur.
Oh,
Then
you
you could
don't.
like stick them to. You just like put them like do some duct tape, and then you've got like a hammer on one end and Excalibur on the other, and you're like,
Dual wield.
yeah, or that. I mean,
Dual
whichever
wield.
you want to do.
Okay, Eleanor doesn't think dual wielding is a good thing, so
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
with a hammer, you'd have to use both your hands.
Thanks, Eleanor.
yeah, whatever. She's 1.5. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She hasn't really gotten the concept of dual wielding yet. But no, the old games were very Mega Man-esque, is that it's like you acquire all of this stuff and then the start of the next game, it's gone.
Kind of like Metroid Prime a little bit.
Exactly. But at least that Metroid Prime tried to explain why you lost all of it, kind of.
Like you get hit with a blast, and you're like, oh.
Exactly. I've lost all my powers somehow. Oh no. Dalton, you've played the Tomb Raider reboot, haven't you?
Is that the newest one that came out?
Yeah.
No,
It's on the Xbox One.
No, I
that's
haven't.
right. That's Rise of the Tomb Raider. The one we're talking about. I think it's Tomb Raider 2013.
No, Jacob, the Tomb Raider reboot is called Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is the
sequel.
second one.
That's what I'm trying. It's not the newest one that came out. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, both are on Xbox One.
I had one for 360
Okay.
that came out March a while ago.
March a while ago.
Because I remember I got it for my birthday.
Okay. I'm going to see if this works really well. So, why did I start typing March? That means nothing. Tomb Raider images.
Ask your wife.
Tomb Raider. Well,
Dalton.
the Tomb Raider 2013 did come out
Yes.
in March, but it was
Yeah,
March
that's
2013.
Tomb Raider. That's
Yeah,
what Jacob's talking
I've
about.
played Tomb Raider. I've 100%ed that game.
Nice.
Yeah, that game came out on PS3, and then they ported it over to Xbox. And
What
then
did you just say?
ported
What did
it.
you say to me?
Oh,
They ported it over to Xbox. What? That's a
I
term.
don't know. I thought you said something different.
Nope. And then Microsoft got the exclusive on Rise of the Tomb Raiders. They got it like 6 months.
Yeah, it was
I
like a
think-
timed exclusive.
Yeah, 6 months to almost a year ahead of everybody. And then Rise of the Tomb Raider came out on PlayStation 4, and they released Rise of the Tomb Raider Anniversary Collection on the PS4. And so basically you can play these games like over and over and over and over, which is what Leanne does. And just freaking plays the crap out of Tomb Raider. She's totally not biting, and she's sitting right there. Anyways, yeah, no, they're good games. I think they're good. I definitely think that's really interesting because I've played through some of Tomb Raider Reboot 2013 or whatever it was. I've not played any of Rise of the Tomb Raiders. That's really interesting to hear what you had to say about that, Jacob.
Thanks.
All right. So, yeah, I think we're good, right? Feel solid?
I just want to throw in one little tidbit.
Ooh, tidbit. Go for it.
So I found out yesterday
Mm-hmm.
my coworker once got bit by an alligator.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been more prevalent to like have at the beginning. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's gaming and stuff.
That is true. Gaming and stuff, and check this out. Check this out. If you want to know more, if you want to like see what that might be like, go play Bayou Billy. NES.
You, Billy.
Full circle. Gaming.
First full circle.
I don't know why that's the first thing. Full circle. Gaming. Back to gaming. Gaming and stuff. Back to gaming. Don't deny my full circle,
Like the
Jake.
circle of life.
Exactly. No, but that now that's in my head. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully eventually we'll have more content than just the silly crap that we're doing. But until then, you can enjoy listening to us rant about gaming and stuff. All right. Well, that does it for the official third episode of the Official Casual Gamer. Signing off. If you want to actually talk to us, you can write us at theofficialcasualgamer@gmail.com. And peace out.
Laters.